Have you ever stopped and asked yourself why some people build amazing lives while others stay stuck in the same place? This video might be uncomfortable, maybe even challenging, but it could also be one of the most important lessons you ever hear. Not because I'm special, and not because this topic is brand new, but because we're going to face one simple truth together. Every single person in this world, from billionaires to athletes to world leaders, has the same 24 hours in a day. The difference is how they use it. Some spend it building dreams, while others waste it scrolling, complaining, or waiting for motivation that never shows up. That's why this video is powerful. Once you listen with an open mind, you won't be able to tell yourself the same excuses again. After today, you can't say, "I don't have time." You'll know exactly how to use your hours. And if you don't take action, the truth is you're not really stuck. You've just chosen comfort over growth. But I believe something about you. You don't want to throw your life away. You want to learn more, do more, and create more. Maybe you want to change habits, improve your English, or finally work on that dream project. And the clock keeps moving, whether you're ready or not. That's why I'm not here to give you just random tips. I'll show you 9 proven, practical ways to use your 24 hours like the world's most successful people. This isn't about 5 minutes of inspiration. It's about changing how you see your day, your routine, and your future. By the end of this video, if you're serious, you won't have excuses left. You'll only have choices. Because once you know how to use your time correctly, your future isn't a question anymore. It's a decision. And here's something extra. While learning these powerful strategies, you'll also improve your English in a simple, natural way. So let's get started with the very first step. Step 1. Plan tomorrow before you go to sleep tonight. Most people lose their mornings because they waste their evenings. Think about it. How do most people go to bed? They lie down scrolling for half an hour, worrying, or just telling themselves, "Tomorrow I'll try harder," before falling asleep with no plan. The result? They wake up tired, unclear, and spend 2 or 3 hours just trying to decide what to do. By the time they finally act, half the day is already gone. But the top 1% of people do it differently. They treat the evening like preparation. Here's what you can do. Every night, before you sleep, take just 5 minutes. Write down 3 main things you want to finish tomorrow. Not 10, only 3. Then picture yourself completing them. Keep that list by your bed. This is more than a productivity trick. It's mental training. When you wake up, your brain already knows what to focus on. No confusion, no wasted hours, just action. Think about 2 people. One spends the night watching videos, the other writes down. Finish English lesson, record 1 video, call client at 3 p.m. Who do you think will move faster the next morning? One day might not look different, but after 30 days, one person is stuck in circles while the other is building a future. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. Why does this work? Because your brain keeps processing what you wrote while you sleep. You wake up clear, calm, and ready. No overthinking, just doing. So make it a habit. Every night, write down 3 tasks for tomorrow. This small change will save time, bring focus, and make mornings feel powerful. Your dream doesn't start in the morning. It begins the night before. Step 2. Own the first hour of your day like a warrior, not a victim. Most people start their mornings by reaching for their phone. They check messages, scroll through social media, and get lost in notifications. Most people don't even get out of bed before their mind is already tired. They haven't brushed their teeth or said a single word to themselves, but their brain has already consumed dozens of random messages and posts. Instead of peace, the first thing they feel is noise. And then they wonder, why do I feel lazy? Why do I have no motivation? That isn't laziness, it's mental overload. Your body isn't exhausted, your focus is just scattered. If you want control over your day, your energy, and your productivity, then you must protect the very first hour after waking up. I'm not telling you to be extreme. You don't need to wake up at 4 a.m., jump into an ice bath, and read 3 books before sunrise. All I'm saying is this. For the first 60 minutes, give your time to yourself, not to the world. Because that first hour is where winners are made. Not in the afternoon, not at night, but in the quiet of the morning. So what should you actually do in that hour? Keep it simple but intentional. Divide it into 3 easy parts. Step 1. Stillness, 10 to 15 minutes. Sit quietly, close your eyes, and breathe. Allow your mind to wake up gently, not with loud alarms or endless notifications. You don't need to meditate like a monk. Just be present with your breath. This teaches your brain to stay calm before the day gets busy. Step 2. Movement, 10 to 20 minutes. Stretch, go for a walk, dance, do push-ups, anything that gets your body moving. Movement tells your brain, we are alive, we are ready. It creates momentum, and momentum destroys laziness. Step 3. Clarity, 20 to 30 minutes. Take a notebook. Write down 3 things. One you are grateful for, one important thing you want to do today, and one sentence you want to remember, like, my time is my power. Or, spend this time learning. Read a book, listen to an audiobook, or practice 5 new English words. This shapes your mind with intention before the world fills it with random noise. Now think about real examples. Top athletes, leaders, and creators all have different lives, but almost every one of them shares this habit. They don't start the day with chaos. They start with a routine. LeBron James isn't scrolling TikTok at sunrise. Oprah doesn't check hate comments before brushing her teeth. Warren Buffett doesn't open Instagram in bed. They all use the first hour to build the state of mind they need to perform. And this isn't only about money or success. It's about peace, strength, and direction. Because if the first hour of your day is weak, the rest of your day will be a constant fight. But if that first hour is strong, nothing can shake you. This is how you build consistency. This is how you stop saying, I don't know where my day went. When you take back your morning, your entire life follows. Step 4. Focus on one high-impact task each day and win that day completely. The world tells us to stay busy and do more, but being busy doesn't always mean being productive. Many people spend their day running in circles, replying to messages, sending endless emails, watching videos about productivity, yet still feel empty at the end of the day. Why? Because activity without direction is just noise. Many people spend their whole day busy, but not really moving forward. They feel active, yet nothing important is actually built. That's why this third step is so important. It's not optional. Every single day, you must pick one key task, the most important one, and finish it no matter what. This is called your high-impact task. It's the thing that makes the entire day feel like progress, even if everything else goes wrong. To find it, ask yourself, if I only do one thing today, which one will truly improve my future? Which task brings me closer to my long-term goals? Here are a few examples. If you're learning English, maybe your high-impact task is speaking for 30 minutes without stopping. If you're starting a YouTube channel, it could be writing your script or recording your first video. If you're training your body, maybe it's a solid 40-minute workout. It doesn't have to be big or complicated. It just needs to be clear, focused, and completed. And here's the magic. Once you finish that high-impact task, your brain feels energized, proud, and powerful. Even if the rest of your day is messy, you still feel like a winner because you completed the one thing that mattered most. You don't need 10 perfect hours. You only need one focused hour that counts. That's how the top 1% operate. They don't waste energy on endless small things. They pick what matters and give it their full attention. Progress isn't about doing more. It's about doing what truly matters with focus and no excuses. One powerful task, done every single day for 90 days, can transform your life completely. Not by working 18 hours, not by waiting for the perfect time, but by repeating one clear action again and again. So if you're tired of feeling stuck or overwhelmed, here's your way out. One meaningful task each day. No excuses, no distractions. That's how real change is built. Step 5. Protect your growth hours like treasure. Let's be honest. Your dreams aren't failing because you don't have time. They're failing because you don't defend the time you already have. Every day has 24 hours. Around 8 are for work, school, or survival. Another 8 are for sleep and recovery. That leaves 8 powerful hours, the hours that decide your future. And here's the truth. Most people waste them. They spend them scrolling, gossiping, or watching things they'll forget tomorrow. Then they wonder why their life isn't improving. It's because the hours meant for growth are being thrown away on distractions. But the most successful people see these hours differently. They treat them as sacred. That's when they read, learn, build, and practice. That's when they rewrite their future. Yes, you may come home tired after work or school, but between 6 p.m. and midnight, you still have 6 hours. 6 hours is enough to practice a new language, exercise, start a side project, read 3 pages of a powerful book, or improve your English. It's not about having time, it's about protecting time. Because the truth is, the world will try to steal those hours. Through messages, endless apps, gossip, and excuses. The key is to guard them as if they are worth millions. Because they are. Successful people don't magically find extra hours. They simply refuse to waste the growth time they already have. Think about Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive. He spends 80% of his day reading and thinking, not rushing through endless tasks. He knows that true wealth doesn't come from constant movement. It comes from better learning, smarter thinking, and stronger habits. And that's exactly how you should see your growth hours too. Successful people guard their growth time like treasure. Warren Buffett protects his hours of reading and thinking the same way a king protects his throne. And you must do the same. Because if you allow the world to steal your growth hours, the world will end up controlling your life. So here's what to do. First, decide when your growth hours are. For some people, it's early in the morning, maybe 6 to 8 a.m. For others, it's in the evening, from 7 to 10 p.m. The exact time doesn't matter. What matters is that you choose and commit to it. Don't say, "I'll figure it out when the time comes." That's a trap. Instead, design those hours in advance. Write a simple plan. 20 minutes reading, 30 minutes practicing English, 30 minutes building your project, 10 minutes journaling. This gives your brain a clear direction. Then make a rule: no interruptions. Turn your phone to airplane mode. Silence notifications. Tell your family or friends, "These 2 hours are my time." Protecting your growth hours is like giving oxygen to your future. One simple decision to guard this time will make your 24 hours feel 10 times more powerful. Because it's not about having time. It's about respecting the time you already have. You're not too busy. You're just not protecting your future strongly enough. Step 6. Replace mindless consumption with intentional learning. This single habit can rebuild your focus, your energy, and even your brain. Let's be honest, your phone is not the real problem. The real problem is feeding your mind with endless content that gives you nothing in return. Be honest with yourself. How many times a day do you grab your phone without a reason? How often do you watch videos that teach you nothing, scroll for 45 minutes, and then wonder, "What did I even see?" That empty feeling comes from consuming without purpose. No plan, no limits, just random noise. When this happens day after day, your mind feels heavy, your focus gets weaker, and your motivation slowly disappears. Not because you're broken, but because you're overloaded with mental junk food. Just like your body gets sick from eating unhealthy food, your brain becomes weak when you feed it low-quality information. But here's the good news. The brain is the most adaptable machine in the world. If you change what you feed it, it will change what it produces. So here's the golden rule. Turn consumption into education. Turn distraction into direction. Turn scrolling into strategy. Choose one platform each day and use it to learn, not just for fun. Watch an English podcast, a motivational speech, or a 10-minute TED Talk that grows your mind. Download free audio lessons or audiobooks. Listen while cooking, walking, or commuting. That way, dead time becomes growth time. Replace 15 minutes of scrolling with 15 minutes of writing. Write about your day, your thoughts, or what you learned. This improves clarity, memory, language, and self-control. Because today, learning doesn't need a classroom. It only needs a choice. And here's proof. When Elon Musk was asked how he became knowledgeable in so many different fields, his answer revealed the true secret. Elon Musk was once asked how he became skilled in so many fields: space, cars, business, even artificial intelligence. His answer was simple. "I read books. I talked to people. I learned." No special degree. No genius IQ. Just constant, intentional learning. He treated every moment as a classroom, and you can do the same. You don't need a university to grow. What you really need is a standard. A decision to say, "My time is precious." I refuse to waste it on things that don't build me. When you replace empty scrolling with powerful, focused learning, your brain will stop feeling heavy and tired. Instead, it becomes sharp, alive, and full of ideas. This one small shift can change the way you think, the way you speak, and the way you live. Not someday, but starting right now. Step 7. Move your body every day to reset your brain. No excuses. Here's a truth most people never hear. Your brain is not actually tired. Your body is lazy. And that laziness is destroying your focus, your confidence, and your energy. Think about it. Almost everything in modern life is done while sitting. We sit at work, we sit while studying, we sit while watching shows, and we even talk to friends lying on a bed, staring at a phone. Over time, the body forgets how to move, and when the body forgets movement, the mind forgets how to think clearly. Science proves that movement is not only for fitness. It improves memory, sharpens attention, reduces stress, clears depression, and unlocks creativity. Successful people know this secret. They don't wait for energy. They create energy by moving daily. Not because they want big muscles, but because they understand a still body creates a stuck mind, while a moving body creates a powerful life. Think about great minds from history. Steve Jobs took long walks before making big decisions. The philosopher Nietzsche often walked up to 8 hours a day just to think. Even modern leaders like Jeff Bezos, Tim Cook, and Mark Cuban make exercise part of their schedule, not for looks, but for mental strength. The truth is, you don't need a gym. You don't need fancy equipment. You don't even need 2 hours. You just need movement. That can mean a 15-minute morning walk, stretching while listening to an audiobook, dancing in your room, doing 30 jumping jacks, or a few push-ups between tasks. Every time you feel bored, tired, or stuck, don't reach for your phone. Move your feet. Even 60 seconds of motion can shift your mood, wake up your focus, and make your spirit feel alive again. That's not motivation. That's pure biology. Look at the military. Every day, no matter how tired, no matter the mission, soldiers move. They run, they stretch, they lift, they train. Why? Because they don't wait around for motivation. They understand that action itself creates energy. Great leaders, athletes, and soldiers know one thing. The body comes first. They keep their mind sharp and they will strong by moving every day. Your life is your mission, and your body is the first battlefield. Win there, and every other challenge becomes easier. Don't wait for motivation. Feelings always follow movement, not the other way around. Take the first step, move your body, and watch how quickly your energy and focus return. Step 8. Learn to say no without guilt, because every yes has a price. This might be one of the hardest lessons in life, but it's also one of the most powerful. If you never say no, you will spend your days saying yes to things that steal your energy, your focus, and your future. Every one of those small yes cost you something big: your goals, your time, your peace of mind. Successful people understand this. They protect their time like it's gold, because it is. Time is life, and once it's gone, you never get it back. Think about it. If someone asked you for $100 every day, you'd say no without hesitation. But when someone asks for 2 hours of your time, you give it away again and again. Why? Because society taught you to feel guilty for saying no. You don't need to explain. You don't need to feel bad. Just say, I'm focusing on something important right now. I'm not available, but thank you for understanding. Simple, direct, respectful. Your future won't be built by the things you say yes to. It will be shaped by the things you refuse to let steal your time. Even billionaires like Bill Gates are known for blocking out entire weeks with no meetings, just time to think, read, and focus. If they can say no to protect their future, then so can you. Every yes has a cost. When you finally protect your time, you'll discover something priceless: peace. Because real peace doesn't come from doing more. It comes from cutting out what doesn't matter. Step 9. Create pause moments in your day. Even lions rest before they hunt. The modern world has forgotten a simple truth. You are not a robot. You are a human being, and humans were never designed to run nonstop, 24/7. Look around at today's world. Everyone is running somewhere. Jumping from one app to the next, one thought to another, one screen after another. There's no pause, no silence, no space to breathe. And what's the result? A mind that feels tired, emotions that feel out of control, endless overthinking, stress, and burnout. Life feels fast, but inside it feels empty. You wake up full of energy, but by 3 in the afternoon, you're already exhausted. It's not because you worked too hard, but because you never stopped to recharge. You kept going, nonstop, without a break. That's the real mistake. The mind is not a machine that works better the more you push it. It's a battery, and like every battery, it needs to recharge. Not with food, not with mindless scrolling, but with stillness. Successful people understand this. They don't just push harder, they recover smarter. They use pause rituals to stay sharp. Think about it. Pilots don't fly 12 hours without rest. Doctors don't perform surgery for 14 hours without breaks. Athletes, the fittest people on earth, stop between sets to breathe, stretch, and reset. Rest is not weakness. Rest is how they prepare for greatness. So how do you use this in your own 24 hours? You create 3 pause moments every single day. Morning pause. Before touching your phone, sit quietly for 3 to 5 minutes. Feel your breath, listen to your thoughts, and remind yourself, this is my life. Midday pause. Between lunch and afternoon fatigue, take 10 minutes to reset. No screens, no noise. Walk outside, sip water, breathe in silence. This is not wasted time. It's how you restore clarity. Night pause. Before sleep, don't scroll endlessly. Instead, create a moment of silence. Reflect on your day. Ask yourself, what did I learn? What am I proud of? What should I stop? This single pause helps your brain end the day peacefully. And here's the truth. You won't fall behind by pausing. In fact, you'll move ahead faster because your energy will return stronger. If you never stop, your mind will eventually break. But if you pause, even for a few minutes, your mind will reward you with peace, creativity, and power. Even lions rest before the hunt. You're not lazy when you pause. You're preparing to be unstoppable again. Now let's move to step 9. Sleep like a warrior preparing for battle, not like someone running away from the day. Most people don't realize this, but the way you sleep decides how strong your next day will be. Everyone wants focus, energy, and motivation. Yet most people destroy those things every single night. They fall asleep scrolling on their phones. They let light, noise, and stress fill their bedrooms. And then they wonder, why am I tired in the morning? Why do I feel heavy, even after 8 hours of sleep? Because sleep is not just about quantity. It's about quality. It's not only about how long you rest. It's about how deep you rest. And that depends on how you prepare. Think about elite soldiers. The night before a mission, they don't waste time on chaos. They don't scroll. They don't party. They prepare because tomorrow they need to be sharp. Your life is no different. Every day is a mission, and if your sleep is weak, your performance will be weak. Here's the strategy. 1 hour before bed, power down your mind. Stop the flow of information. No social media, no notifications, no noise. Let your brain cool down, just like a machine before it shuts off. Create a simple ritual so your body knows it's time to rest. Take a warm shower. Read a page from a book. Write down 3 goals for tomorrow. Small actions that tell your body and mind, it's time to recharge. Sit in silence every single night. Make it a ritual. Do this, and your body will naturally start falling asleep faster and deeper. Transform your bedroom into a temple of rest. Keep the lights soft and dim. Let the room stay cool. Remove every piece of clutter. If you can, use a low lamp instead of bright light. And most importantly, leave your phone in another room. This small act sends a clear signal to your brain. Here, we rest. Here, we heal. And your brain listens. Sleep with intention, not as an escape. Go to bed with clarity, with your goals written down, with your mind quiet. Sleep as someone preparing for a mission, not running away from the day. Because when you sleep with purpose, you don't just wake up, you rise with strength. You wake up ready to build, not simply to survive. Here's the truth that most people ignore. Deep sleep is not laziness, it's strategy. The sharper your mind, the quicker your decisions. The quicker your actions, the faster your results. And sharpness does not come from more caffeine. It comes from protecting your sleep. Don't destroy your future by cutting rest. Build your success by guarding it. It's not about being tired and proud. It's about being well-rested and unstoppable. Now, let's go deeper into the final principle. Greatness is not hidden in some secret formula. It is hidden inside one single day and your ability to repeat it without excuses. That's the ultimate key. Most people chase shortcuts, life hacks, the next app, the new secret plan. But they ignore the most powerful system ever created. One strong day, repeated again and again. Your mission is simple. Design one perfect day. A day so clear and repeatable that you could live it 100 times and grow stronger every single time. It doesn't mean every hour will be flawless. It doesn't mean you won't fail. It means you build a daily structure that holds everything you need to become who you were meant to be. Maybe your perfect day looks like this. Wake up early, move your body, write down 3 goals, do 3 hours of deep focused work, take smart breaks, learn something new, connect with someone who matters, create something. Maybe a video, a post, a lesson. Walk in the evening, sleep on time, and repeat. That's it. One great day. Then do it again and again and again. That's how you stop waiting for the right time. That's how you stop restarting every Monday. That's how you stop saying someday. That's how you finally build a life of respect. Respect from others, and more importantly, respect for yourself. You won't be able to say, I don't have time, because you will know exactly how to use your hours. And if you don't take action, it's not because life is stopping you. It's because you are comfortable wasting it. But I know this about you. You don't want to waste life. You want more progress, more growth, more achievement. You want to change habits, learn English, reach your goals. But the clock is always moving, whether you act or not. In this video, I'll share not random tips, but 10 real, proven ways to use your 24 hours like the most successful people. I'm not here to motivate you for a few minutes. I want to transform how you see your day, your routine, and your future. If you are serious, by the end of this video, excuses will disappear. Only decisions will remain. Once you understand how to use 24 hours wisely, your future is no longer uncertain. It becomes a choice you make. This video is powerful and life-changing, and it also helps you improve your English naturally. Let's start with way 1. Plan tomorrow tonight. Most people ruin their mornings the night before. How do most people sleep? They scroll on phones for 30 to 60 minutes, stress about life, maybe think, I'll try to be better tomorrow. They sleep without direction or focus, without a clear plan. Then they wake up tired and confused. They spend the first 2 to 3 hours deciding, what should I do today? By the time they choose, half the day is gone. The top 1% do the opposite. They treat evenings as preparation. Tomorrow doesn't just happen, they design it. Here's what you should do every night. Spend 5 minutes writing 3 priorities for tomorrow. Not 10, just 3. Visualize finishing them. Keep the list beside your bed. This isn't just a productivity trick. It trains your brain to wake up ready and focused. Imagine 2 people. One sleeps after watching 40 short videos. The other writes, finish English lesson. Record 1 video. Call client at 3 p.m. When they wake up, guess who moves faster? The second kind of person doesn't waste energy deciding what to do. They simply act. One day may seem ordinary, but after a month, the difference is huge. One person is running in circles, while the other quietly builds a strong, meaningful future. This isn't about being perfect. It's about choosing each action carefully and following through every day. Here's why it works so well. When you plan at night, your brain continues processing your intentions while you sleep. Preparing before bedtime brings mental calm, clarity, and a sense of direction. In the morning, your mind doesn't get stuck overthinking because it already knows what needs to be done. Every night, before you fall asleep, write down 3 things you want to achieve tomorrow. Not 10, not 5, just 3. Doing this consistently will save your time, sharpen your focus, and give you confidence first thing in the morning. This small ritual is a game changer for building momentum in your life. Start one day at a time, but make it a nightly habit. Your dreams don't start magically in the morning. They begin the night before. Own the first hour like a disciplined warrior, not someone waiting for life to happen. So what do most people do in that first hour? They grab their phones, check messages, scroll through social media, and respond to notifications. They don't even get out of bed, yet their brains are already scattered, tired, and distracted. They haven't brushed their teeth or connected with themselves, but they've absorbed information from the entire world. Then they complain, "I feel lazy. I don't feel motivated." That is not laziness, it is mental overload. You are not truly tired. Your mind is simply overloaded. To take control of your energy, focus, and productivity, you must own the first hour. I am not asking you to wake up at 4 a.m., take an ice bath, read 3 books, and do yoga on a mountain. What I am suggesting is simple. For the first 60 minutes after waking, devote your attention to yourself, not the world. That hour shapes your identity. That is where winners start winning. Not in the afternoon, not at night, but in the quiet, powerful morning. Now, what should you do in that hour? Keep it simple, intentional, and split into 3 parts. First, stillness, 10 to 15 minutes. Sit quietly, breathe, close your eyes, and let your mind wake slowly. No harsh alarms, just gentle awareness. You don't need to meditate like a monk, simply focus on your breath. This trains your brain to stay calm before the day's chaos begins. Second, movement, 10 to 20 minutes. Stretch, walk, dance, or do jumping jacks. Anything that increases oxygen flow. Movement signals, we are awake, alive, and in control. Momentum builds energy, and energy destroys laziness. Even a short walk around your room or a few stretches will boost your focus. Third, clarity, 20 to 30 minutes. Take a notebook and write down 3 things. 1 thing you are grateful for, 1 task to accomplish today, and 1 phrase to guide your mindset. Like, my time is my power. Or read a chapter of a book, listen to an audiobook, or learn a few new English words. This helps set the direction of your thoughts. If you don't choose them early, the world will throw random ones at you all day. Let's look at real-life examples. Successful athletes, CEOs, and artists have very different jobs, incomes, and lifestyles. Yet almost all share one habit. They don't start their day with noise. They start with routine. LeBron James doesn't scroll TikTok at 6 a.m. Oprah doesn't read hate comments before brushing her teeth. Warren Buffett doesn't check Instagram from bed. They use the first hour to set their state of mind because they need to perform at their best all day. It's not just about success. It's also about peace, about starting your day with strength rather than stress. If the first hour is weak, the rest of your day fights for control. If it's strong, nothing can break you. This is how consistency is built and how you stop wondering, where did my day go? Take back your mornings, and your life will follow naturally. Finally, choose one high-impact task each day and finish it completely. Our world encourages us to do more, stay busy, hustle. But most people are not truly productive. They are just active. They wake up and do random tasks, reply to emails, clean, check messages, watch productivity videos. By night, they feel exhausted but empty because they haven't actually advanced. They move but don't progress. Busy but not building. That's why this step is non-negotiable. Each day, pick one task that matters most and complete it. This is your high-impact task, the one thing that makes the day feel meaningful. If you are starting a YouTube channel, your high-impact task might be finishing your script or recording your voiceover. If your goal is building your body, maybe it's that 40-minute workout. It doesn't have to be huge. It just needs to be focused and completed. What happens in your brain is remarkable. When you finish your most important task, you feel clarity, pride, energy, and most importantly, control. Even if the rest of your day is chaotic, completing one meaningful task makes you feel like a winner. You don't need 10 perfect hours. You only need one focused hour done with full attention. This is how the top 1% operate. They don't scatter energy across 100 small tasks. They focus on what really matters. Do it with intention, and the day is won. Everything else is just noise. Progress isn't about doing more. It's about giving everything to the task that counts, without distractions or excuses. Completing one task daily, deeply and consistently for 90 days changes everything. Life isn't transformed by working 18 hours, copying someone else, or waiting for the perfect moment. It's transformed by mastering one task at a time. If you feel stuck, overwhelmed, or scattered, this is your escape. One task per day, no excuses. That is how empires are quietly built. Way 4. Protect your growth hours like a warrior guards treasure. Most people don't want to hear this, but it's true. Your dreams are not failing because you lack time. They fail because you don't guard the hours you already have. Every human has roughly the same basic schedule, about 8 hours for survival, school, or work, 8 hours for sleep, and 8 hours left. These 8 hours are the most powerful and the most dangerous in your life. Why dangerous? Because these hours can create or destroy your future. Most people waste them on entertainment, meaningless conversations, and things that don't improve life. Then they wonder why nothing changes. But the top 1% see it differently. Those 8 hours are sacred. They read, they build, they practice, they study, they rewrite their stories. Even if you work a 9-to-5 job and come home tired, from 6 p.m. to midnight you still have 6 hours. That is plenty of time to learn a language, start a YouTube channel, work on your health, improve English, build a side project, or read 3 pages of a powerful book. You must fight for these hours. The world will try to steal them through notifications, apps, gossip, fatigue, and excuses. Treat these hours as if they are worth millions. The world's most successful people didn't get extra hours magically. They protected their growth time. Warren Buffett, one of the richest men alive, spends most of his day reading and thinking, not doing endless tasks. Wealth doesn't come from constant movement. It comes from learning, better thinking, and stronger habits. He protects his growth hours like a king guards his throne. You should too. If you allow distractions into these hours, the world will control your life. Here's what to do. Identify your growth hours. For some, it's 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. For others, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. It doesn't matter when. What matters is you choose them. Plan these hours ahead. Don't say, "I'll figure it out later." That's a trap. Write a plan. 20 minutes reading, 30 minutes speaking, 30 minutes on your project, 10 minutes journaling. Create a rule. No one interrupts you. Your growth hours are the oxygen of your future. Turn off notifications, put your phone on airplane mode, and let your family know these hours are yours. Protecting your growth hours makes your 24 hours 10 times more powerful. It's not about having time. It's about respecting it. You're not too busy. You're just underprotecting your future. Way 5. Replace mindless consumption with intentional learning. This single step can reshape your brain. Here's the truth. The phone isn't the problem. The addiction to meaningless content is. How often do you unlock your phone without a reason? Scroll through videos that teach nothing, then wonder why you feel drained. That's because your brain is overloaded with junk information. The solution is simple. Turn consumption into education. Transform distractions into direction, scrolling into strategy. Don't stop using YouTube or your phone. Just change why you use them. Start today. Pick one platform for daily learning, not entertainment. Listen to English podcasts, motivational videos, or a short TED Talk. One lesson per day that grows your brain. Download audio files for learning and listen while walking, cooking, or commuting. Turn dead time into growth time. Replace 15 minutes of scrolling with 15 minutes of writing. Journal your thoughts, what you learned, or what confused you. This improves focus, memory, language, and clarity. Learning no longer needs a classroom. It needs a choice. Elon Musk's approach proves it. When asked how he gained knowledge across space, cars, AI, and business, he said simply, "I read a lot and talked to people." He didn't rely on degrees or genius IQ. He relied on constant intentional learning. He made every moment a classroom, and you can too. You don't need a school. You need a standard. Decide that your time is valuable and non-negotiable. I refuse to waste my time on things that don't help me grow. Replace mindless scrolling and empty content with intentional learning, and your brain will stop feeling drained. Instead, it will become sharp, alert, and ready to act. This small change can transform the way you think, speak, and live, not next year, but right now. Way 6. Move your body every day to reset your mind. Let me tell you a truth nobody talks about. Your brain is rarely tired. Your body is lazy. That laziness is what kills focus, energy, and confidence. We live in a world where almost everything is done sitting down. Work, studying, entertainment, even talking to friends. Over time, the body forgets how to move, and when the body slows, the mind slows too. Science proves movement isn't just for fitness. It improves memory, focus, emotional balance, mental clarity, and even helps reduce anxiety and depression. Moving the body awakens your true potential. Successful people don't rely on hope to have energy. They create energy through motion. Not because they love the gym, but because they know a still body produces a stuck mind. Think of the greatest minds in history. Steve Jobs took long walks before making big decisions. Philosopher Nietzsche walked for hours daily to think clearly. Modern CEOs like Jeff Bezos, Tim Cook, and Mark Cuban schedule workouts not just for strength, but to sharpen their minds. The body isn't only a shell, it's the engine of the brain. You don't need a gym, fancy equipment, or hours of training. Motion is enough. A 15-minute morning walk, stretching while listening to an audiobook, dancing with energy, 30 jumping jacks between tasks, push-ups during breaks, deep breathing with arm movements, all count. Every time you feel stuck, lost, or exhausted, don't pick up your phone. Move. Even 60 seconds is enough. You'll feel it immediately. Your mood lifts, your mind clears, focus returns, and your spirit awakens. That's biology, not motivation. There's a deep message your body understands. When I move, I am safe. When I move, I am strong. When I move, I am becoming. Look at the military. Soldiers wake up and move every day, no matter how tired. They train, march, stretch, lift. Why? They can't afford laziness. They need their mind sharp and their willpower unbreakable. Life is your mission. Treat it that way. Winning the body first makes everything else easier. Feelings follow movement, not the other way around. Start moving and notice the difference. Way 7. Learn to say no without guilt. Every yes has a cost. This is one of life's toughest lessons, but also one of the most freeing. If you can't say no, you will waste your life saying yes to things that drain you, leaving you tired, lost, and disconnected. Most people don't lack time. They give it away too easily. Think about it. How many times have you said yes to things that didn't excite you, didn't help you, or didn't contribute to your growth? You said yes to gossip because you didn't want to be rude. You said yes to mindless scrolling to feel included. You said yes to favors even when exhausted, scared to disappoint. You said yes to just 5 more minutes and lost 2 hours. Each yes costs your focus, energy, growth, and goals. You cannot become your best self if you're constantly pulled in 50 directions. That's why successful people are different. They are not just busy, they are protected. They guard their time, attention, and energy like treasure. Time is life, and every yes is a piece of it that will never return. Imagine someone asking for $100 every day. You'd say no immediately. Treat your time the same way. Every yes should be deliberate, valuable, and intentional. When someone asks for your time, it's easy to say yes over and over again. Why do we do it? Because society trains us to feel guilty when we say no. But here's the reality. Saying no is not rude. Saying no is not selfish. Saying no means you are choosing to prioritize your dreams, your mental health, and your purpose over distractions that do not serve your growth. You don't need to justify yourself, explain, or feel bad. A simple response is enough. I'm sorry, I have other priorities right now. I'm focusing on something important, but thank you for asking. That's all. The life you want won't be created by the things you say yes to. It will be built by the things you refuse to allow in. Boundaries protect your future. Look at Bill Gates. He would block entire weeks on his calendar with no meetings, no calls, no interruptions, just so he could think, read, and focus deeply. People begged for those time slots. He said no, not because he was arrogant, but because he knew that even good opportunities can distract you from the right opportunities. If billionaires can say no to protect their future, you have no excuse. Say no to gossip. Say no to endless notifications. Say no to people or tasks that drain your energy. Every yes comes with a cost. Every yes subtracts from your focus, your growth, and your clarity. Start choosing where your energy goes. The moment you start saying no strategically, something strange will happen. You'll feel peace. Not the lazy peace of doing nothing, but the powerful peace of doing less of what doesn't matter and protecting what does. Way 8. Create pause moments in your day. Even lions rest before they hunt. You are not a robot. You are a human being. Humans were never built to be in constant motion. Yet today, everyone is rushing from one screen to another, from one thought to another, from one task to the next. There is no pause, no silence, no rest. And what happens? Mental fatigue, emotional chaos, stress, burnout. Life feels fast, but empty. You might start your day full of energy, but by mid-afternoon, you feel exhausted without knowing why. It's not because you're working too hard. It's because you never pause. The truth is, your mind is not a machine that works better the more you push it. Your mind is more like a battery. Every few hours, it needs to recharge, not with food, not with entertainment, but with stillness. 1 hour before bed, begin shutting down your mind. Stop consuming information. No social media, no notifications, no videos, no endless scrolling. Let your brain slow down, recharge, and reset. Imagine your mind as a high-performance engine. You wouldn't pour fuel and rev it while shutting it off. You let it cool first. Your nightly ritual should signal to your brain that it's time to rest and prepare for the day ahead. Here is the harsh reality most people ignore. Success is not hidden in the latest app, the newest life hack, a magical shortcut, or viral motivational video. It is hidden in the ability to design one strong, intentional day and repeat it consistently. One intentional day executed with focus, energy, and purpose is more powerful than 100 chaotic, distracted, wasted days. Truly successful people do not chase novelty. They master and repeat the same powerful day over and over. The result is momentum, clarity, mastery, and a life they are proud of. Look at Michael Jordan. He did not become legendary through chance, natural talent, or a single championship game. He became a legend because he repeated the same practice routines day after day, year after year. Consistency, discipline, mastery of fundamentals, and relentless repetition created greatness. And if legends are built through repeated, deliberate action, why waste your days chasing novelty, fleeting excitement, or distractions? You do not need more variety. You need more discipline, consistency, and respect for the time you are given. From this moment forward, your 24 hours are sacred. Treat them like armor, weapons, and the foundation of your life. Every second wasted is stolen from your future self. Every second spent with intention compounds into clarity, power, and achievement. Drive your time toward purpose, growth, and results, not distractions, excuses, or temporary pleasures. Protect it. Plan it. Repeat it. One intentional, powerful day repeated consistently becomes an extraordinary life. Use your 24 hours as if your dreams depend on it, because they do. Sleep well. Wake with purpose. Learn constantly. Move your body. Create, grow, reflect. Rest with intention. Repeat. One strong day, repeated daily, becomes the life you were meant to live. Every moment, every hour, every decision matters. Protect them. Respect them. Transform your time into progress, mastery, and fulfillment. You hold the keys. You control the wheel. Every action, no matter how small, shapes your future. Make today count, and then repeat. That is the path of the successful, the fulfilled, and the unstoppable.